sports presentation of the Daytona 500 is sponsored by AT&T. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers. And by Pennzoil, formulated for today's stop-and-go driving. Stop, go, Pennzoil.
And back at the 39th running of the Daytona 500, take a look at this replay as to what had happened to Michael Waltrip. Watch inside the circle. Buddy.
Wow, you can see that holder for the rear of the car there. That was the drive shaft that probably knocked that hanger down that's supposed to do that job, and it did. It kept it from coming out. They're working on it as we speak.
Trying to get him back out here and score some points in this first race of the year. For the Terry Labonte story, back on pit road.
He sure is, Ken. This is the second time he's been back on pit road since everybody else left. The problem, that toe-in problem. Gary Dehart tried to pound the right front fender out to help him aerodynamically. They've got the tires on it straight now, at least as straight as they want to have it, and he's back at him again.
And you see Bobby Hill in 77. They had the hood up, just latched her down again and brought Bobby out. Had a good qualifying run.
He's the last car on the lead lap, Ken, shown in 32nd position, so 32 cars still on the lead lap.
And they're showing Greg Sachs out in front.
Yeah, he got off pit road quick. He evidently changed a couple of tires. Yeah, he was running fast down pit road, but he got away with it, and we're getting the signal now for one more lap, and we'll go back to racing.
Apparently they didn't have the old meter out checking that one. First time he's led in years. Mid-80s, last time you saw a Sachs run. Let's see how the things go on the pit stops here. Jeff Gordon, 45.9, now back in 6th spot on this restart.
That was because of that lug nut that they had a problem with. And see, Mark Martin and Dale Jarrett were identical on their time.
There's Derek Copes, number 36. Had that heart-stopping moment on the back straightaway, and Ralph Shaheen can tell us more.
Well, Ken, I got Steve Grissom and Kenny Schrader here with me. Grissom begged to go first, Kenny. What happened out there with you two?
Kenny just got a good run at me off of 2, and, you know, I was just trying to get down to get a push, and he had more on me than I give him credit for, and I just drove across his front end, and, you know, I hate it for the Kodiak team and Kenny's deal. I mean, one of them deals just messed up, and it took us both out.
Sound like a pretty good story?
He's right. We run into each other when we shouldn't have. Lap 90 or something. We're out.
Both drivers done for the day, gentlemen.
$4 million. Small end of that payoff for those two that were trying so hard. Looking pretty well. Here's Mike Joy.
Ken, out the front of this rear end center section, there's supposed to be the rest of that pinion gear shaft and a drive shaft yoke. You can see it has sheared off. Mike Waltrip standing here with me. What happened?
Well, we cut a tire, and I had to pit early to get a new tire on the right rear. And when I went to leave the pit, just broke. I've heard of that happening to a lot of the top teams since restrictor plate racing came along, and kind of the weak link, I guess. But the Citgo Fords looked good up front. The thing ran really well. Just hate we're out.
Well, they may get them back out there, Ken.
I can add to that. What happens is you race the motor up, and you actually let the clutch out before the wheel hits the ground. And when it hits the ground, the motor's already turning up, and it snaps everything.